We're here with Peter Townend and Gerry Lopez, two of the original stars of Five Summer Stories. Guys, how you doing?
We're doing good.
Looking forward to seeing the film again. It's been a while.
How long, approximately?
I think I watched it on a DVD about 3 years ago or something was the last time I might have looked at it. Longer for you?
Well, DVD, I didn't know they had them in DVD. The last time I watched it was in VHS, and I thought that was big.
Film's the only way to really watch it, though.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, the entire, how it used to be, the surf movie culture was such a part of the whole surfing experience. I mean, for us, that's what we grew up with. That was what we all look forward to, and in a way, this kind of resurrects that experience for us.
So tell me, guys, how did you get involved with this project and working with McGilvery Films?
Project? Well, back then they weren't really projects. I mean, it was a project for Greg, but for us, we were just out surfing. And
we just caught a few waves and hopefully made them.
Yeah, and, Greg and Jim were on the beach filming, and you never knew what was going to happen until he had the event like this where they came and showed the movie in town, and it wasn't a fancy theater like this where you could buy popcorn. It was at a high school auditorium. And, Greg and Jim were like the two-man show. They did everything. They sold the tickets, and they personally narrated the film. Actually, Five Summer Stories was a real step above the original way they did it. But, we went and saw the movie and went, wow, we're in it. And it really wasn't any kind of project for us.
And for me, like growing up in Australia, I mean, it was huge when these films would come from America down to Australia. I mean, it was the biggest social event on the calendar. I mean, everybody went, and that was the thing to do. And the only way you kind of found out was by word of mouth, or it's a forgotten art. They used to put handbills up on telephone poles, right, Gerry? Yeah. Nobody does that anymore. It's all Facebook or the internet now. But in those days, guys like Greg and Jim would actually go around and put them up beforehand with Jack McCoy in Australia.
Well, they'd hire a bunch of kids,
like
and to go put them up, and we'd probably steal or sell half of them.
So, guys, what is this like all these years later, coming back to revisit this film, and what does it mean to you?
Well, I mean, it's wonderful, to get the old guys together. Steve Woods from Honk is here tonight, and I remember the soundtrack. First time hearing it this is unbelievable that a surf film has its own soundtrack. Previous to that, they would just take music, and I don't think they even paid for it back then, and just run it with the movie. This is this, like I said, kind of for us is a throwback to those great times of going to the film and seeing all the tribe and being there.
And a big part of that would be after we'd seen the film, we'd go out and try and do the moves we had seen. That was the big thing. We'd see the film, and the next day you'd be out there trying to do that.
Yeah, the day after a surf movie was always a great surfing day, whether the surf was any good or not.
Excellent. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming out for this event. It's a pleasure having you, and congratulations.
We're looking forward to seeing it on the big screen one more time.
Pleasure to be here. Thanks.